From the Opubco Studios in Oklahoma City, this is the Press Row. I'm Jenny Carlson, here with Barry Trammell. Time for our weekly 5 and 5 segment, 5 topics, a minute each for 5 minutes, a bell at the end. Let's get right to it. All right, Barry, OU playing K-State on Saturday. Huge game. Why will OU win this game?
Well, I think too many things are going the Sooners' way. They're at home. Sooners always play well against good teams at Owen Field. Now they've, sort of fallen into the habit of losing to bad teams on occasion. But against good teams, they not only win, they dominate. It's a good matchup physically. I mean, the Kansas State offense, you hurt OU by throwing it over the top and hoping they make mistakes in the back, and often they do. That's not Kansas State's style. So I just think too many things working in the Sooners' way, but I do think Bill Snyder is savvy enough to keep it close.
Oh, definitely. I think this game goes into the fourth quarter as a very close game. I think OU wins because of speed. I think that they just physically have an advantage with the speed. And Barry, as you mentioned, K-State's game really isn't the stretch the field offensively, where OU can get guys to stretch the field. I just think their receivers, their running backs are going to be quicker, faster than the guys K-State has. And on the flip side, I think the defensive guys in the backfield are just quicker and faster than K-State. I think that, in the end, will play a big difference in this game. All right, on the flip side, why would K-State win this game? Why are the Wildcats going to be able to score an upset on Saturday?
I think there's only two reasons I can think of. One is Bill Snyder, the greatest coach God ever made, greatest coach in the history of college football.
Tell us what you really think.
So you can't put it past him. And the other thing, I think there's a lot of people on the K-State bandwagon. I mean, even Jenny Jayhawk's wearing purple today. So, Kansas State has been sort of overshadowed for the last couple of years. Last year picked 7th or 8th in the Big 12. They finished 2nd. This year picked 6th for reasons I don't understand. Take out Miami 52-13. Kansas State is growing on a lot of people.
No doubt about that. I said a second ago that OU will win because of their speed, but I tell you what, K-State has just enough ability in the passing game, Colin Klein having worked on his passing in the offseason, to hurt OU. I mean, they're going to use the play action because obviously they're going to be running so much. I think that's where you could see some Sooner secondary players get into trouble, bite on the run, and all of a sudden you see a K-State guy running wide open. I mean, OU may be faster in the secondary, but if a guy has you beat by 10 or 15 yards, can you catch up to him? I think that's where K-State could potentially score an upset in this game. All right, Barry, let's go to OSU for just a second. Hey, can J.W. Walsh take Wes Lunt's job?
I don't think he can. Even if he plays fantastic against Texas, has the same kind of game against the Horns that he had against the Raging Cajuns. I just think Wes Lunt is better suited for this offense. This is an offense that likes guys that stand in the pocket and distribute the ball all over the field, including some passes that J.W. Walsh can't make. J.W. Walsh would have been a fantastic replacement for Zach Robinson, but the offense has changed, and it is well suited for Wes Lunt.
Yeah, I agree. I think that Wes Lunt is going to get this job back, provided this injury of his isn't really bad, and it sounds like from things that it's not a super serious injury. It's going to take some time, but not all season. It's not going to end his year. So I think he keeps his job. And Barry, you got to think too about the fact that the Cowboys are not only sold on this idea of air raid, they're recruiting to it. So the guys that they have on this team and that they're going to have in years to come are more suited to the style of passing the ball. I think you have to stick with what you're going to do and what you're going to do in the future. So I think that's another reason why Wes Lunt keeps his job. Since I forgot the bell, we get it 3 times now. All right, Barry, fun question for you. Hey, what's your favorite fair food? Oklahoma State Fair in full swing right now. You been out there to have something?
I have not. In fact, I generally don't go to the Oklahoma State Fair. I get my fair fix when OU plays Texas at the Texas State Fair. I assume it's fairly close. But my favorite fair food is turkey leg, the big turkey leg.
Yep.
I love the turkey leg. It reminds me of a great story at the OU press box one year. I get on the elevator to go up the press box. I get on with a food guy, big cart, and on the cart was a huge plate of turkey legs. And I say, hey, who's the halftime guest today? Henry VIII? And the guy looks at me with a stone face, did not laugh at all, and I thought, well, there goes my career as a comedian. But I like the turkey leg.
I do like the turkey leg. I also like the corn, the corn on the cob. That's a favorite. But I tell you what, I do like some of the out of the box stuff. Fried Snickers, Barry. Have you had a chance to try any of the fried?
No, if I get my hands on a Snickers, I generally just eat it raw.
Well, I know. I would agree, but fried Snickers, really, really good. All right, lastly, Barry. Should J.W. Walsh slide? Should this guy get down a little bit more?
it all depends on, does he know how to slide? J.W. Walsh is of the Generation Z or whatever comes after Z. He's a youngin'. When I was a kid, guess what? What we did in the summer? We played baseball. Everybody played football. Everybody played basketball. Everybody played baseball. Everybody knew how to slide. I'm not sure every 16, 17, 18-year-old kid today knows how to slide.
Good point.
If you played baseball, you know how to slide. But if you don't know how to slide and you start sliding, guess what you can do? You can break your ankle.
Yeah.
So if he knows how to slide, it's a fabulous idea. If he doesn't know how to slide, don't do it.
Mike Gundy said earlier this week, he said, I'm not going to tell JW to slide or run out of bounds or anything else because that's going to take him out of his game, which is a physical running style. I get that. But he's the only quarterback you've got right now, Cowboys. You have to keep him in the game. Maybe it's not sliding, maybe it's running out of bounds, but something has got to be done to tell this guy, listen, you're our guy right now. We need you to stay healthy. Maybe he doesn't slide, but Barry, they got to keep him healthy. They got to keep him on his feet. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.